What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Thanks again as we ever push closer to that 100k sub mark. So if I haven't earned your sub yet, I hope to earn it today. We got some more of this Chromatic Cube. About a week of Chromatic Cube, then some early access Ether Drift. And then, yeah, full release of Ether Drift. So good stuff ahead of us. So Chromatic Cube is more the slower, generally slower cube, I would say, as opposed to just the straight up quote-unquote arena cube. The Chromatic Cube you're supposed to generally do bigger, stronger, more color things. I'm in the mood to draft a little bit of a more aggressive deck, though. I've done a lot of good control-y decks to 7 wins lately, so I think I'm going to go with something more aggressive. So Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin, for example, really good, easy to take over if you can start attacking with it. Jadar's fantastic, Gutter Dweller. I like the black interactive cards a lot, too, so I think I'm going to go with Jadar here. There are fewer good 2-drops than there are 3s, so Jadar makes a lot of sense. Well, got one of the best alchemy cards there are, and that's the Mythweaver Pock. If you've never seen this card before, well, for good reason, maybe it's online only, arena only. 4 mana for an XX. Power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control, and then whenever one or more non-token lands you control, for each of them, conjure a duplicate of it onto the battlefield. This ability triggers only once each turn. It is so good. I would not call it aggressive, but it is so freaking good. Funny thing is, it's, I think, better in the control-y decks where you get to really utilize the ramp and just, you know, a big 4-drop. I kind of want to pass it. I don't really want to splash for it in a more aggressive deck. In a control deck, I would always splash for it. But maybe I go with, like, hostile. Well, blue's not really aggressive in this format either. The Pock is just too good. Emrakul, we're going to pass that, even though that is normally never a pass for me. Cruel Claw is pretty decent for an aggressive strat. There is an Alesha here, also really good. I don't think green is generally... Well, I wouldn't call green aggressive, but it ramps up into, like, overrun effects that can kill really quickly if we wanted to go that route instead. So I wouldn't call it aggressive necessarily, but it can kill quickly. I don't know, maybe that is aggressive in the end. Vivian's pretty solid too if we're looking for a planeswalker. I mean, the best card here is Emrakul. I'm not taking it though. That's what the normal Kenji would take. This is the irregular Kenji. I guess if I take one of these red-black 3-drops, we might be able to wheel the other one. Sedgemoor Witch, Scrawling Crawler. Oh, there's a Birds of Paradise here. Okay, I'm going to take the bird, and maybe we can look to be more green creature-based at the end of it. Let's see, not going to take Bonnie Paul, not going to take Guardian Idol. Thirst or Planar Genesis. Thirst is just good removal. Kill a small creature for 1 mana, or you can kill a bigger creature for 4, or a planeswalker. I think Selvala is generally pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, it does feel like some green stuff is available. I do like the Cavalier of Thorns. I don't know if I want to take the Cavalier of Thorns here. Collective Brutality as just a way to peek at your opponent's hand is often really good. Come Back Wrong is also not bad in Cube, right? Destroy a creature. If a creature is put into a graveyard this way, return to the battlefield under your control, sacrifice at the beginning of your next end step. A lot of creatures in this format are going to have some kind of Enters ability, you know? So oftentimes you can kill a creature and then get some kind of value with it. Polychronos versus Green Shell. The green shell doesn't feel that good to me for some reason. But maybe I give it a shot. Normally I would just take Polychronos here. I'm going to try the green shell. Primal Might on the wheel is great. This is really strong removal in green. Like later on in the game, you can just solo people with that, you know? Nexus of Becoming, I would call like a budget the Great Henge. Wow. And that's a really good sign for the green cards. So this is kind of tough because Bramble Familiar is a really good 2-mana accelerant, but Vivian obviously is just Vivian. And I think I'd rather actually have the accelerant here. Man, maybe I'm just going to go like a mono green machine. This will be one of those decks that high rolls really well, right? If you just go like mana dork, big creature, I mean, sometimes that's good enough. There are some number of Wrath effects in the format. There's like the Day of Judgment, Wrath of God. Actually, no, wait, maybe there's not. I think there's one of the White Wraths, maybe not both. There's Blasphemous Edict. There's like Burn Down the House. I don't actually remember seeing Sunfall or the Giant Wrath. There's no like Austere Command. Oh, both Genesis and Growth Spiral here. Oh, maybe we wield the Bonnie Paul. Nope.
Those who call me savage.
All right, pack 2.
To my civilization.
Slicer's insane. I don't think Omen Path Journey is correct. It's a fun card. There's a Key to the Archive here. Not normally what I want to be playing in green. I think Slicer's generally best. Yeah, Slicer's just way too good. Right? Eternal Witness, but it's bigger, and you can also copy something from your opponent's graveyard. Is gross. Rankle's decent. Wild Guide's okay. There's a Deathcap Glade for some fixing. There's a Bankbuster. I think the safe pick is just land. Tyrant, maybe? Tyrant's another good ETB. That's not my preferred top-end card, but I guess it's an okay top-end card. I mean, you have like Craterhoof Behemoth in this format, so... Scythecat Cub. 2-mana 2/2 landfall. It puts a 1/1 counter on a creature with landfall, and if it's the second time this ability is resolved, you double the number of 1/1 counters on that creature instead. So a good 2-drop. Pretty tempted just to take Caryatid here. I think that's what we're going to do. Galta, Gwenna, even Sylvan Primordial's alright. I think it's between Gwenna and Galta. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on Gwenna and untap it. I guess we don't have that many 5+ powers, just the Tyrant right now. I mean, it still accelerates. Green Shell triggers off of it as well, right? Toughness greater than power. Could splash Ashiok as well. I'll take the Gwenna. I think we can wheel one of the green fatties. Temple of My Lady. Genesis Wave. I would probably take that on the wheel. Let's see. Chupacabra, Null Priest, Solemn. Chups is probably best here. Oh, there's a Finale of Devastation, too. Lumra's whatever. Search your library and or graveyard for a creature with mana value X or less, put on the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. If X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X/+X and gain haste. We have some ways to get to a lot of mana, right? Selvala can add a ton of mana. Pock can just make a bunch of extra lands for you. Green Shell can accelerate. Craterhoof is also in the format, so that would be a nice pickup if we can eventually find that somewhere down the line. All right, Omen Path Journey Wheeling. Probably no. Again, not a big fan of Kona. Could take Treasure Map as like a weird accelerant plus card advantage source in green-black. But that doesn't feel like a good card. Kono's just not good, right? Oh, I didn't even notice the auto picker. Auto time. Alright, dead pack there. Collector's good too. What does this one do again? Collect evidence X, where X is the total mana value of the permanents this spell targets. Destroy up to one target artifact, creature, enchantment, and or planeswalker. Yeah, that's good. There's the Galta. Excellent. Davriel's okay.
You want me to fight?
I don't think Davriel is worth playing here, though. I wish you could look at all the conditions and stuff that Davriel has access to. All right. Pack 3, our open is Mortuary for fixing, Bloom Tender for acceleration, Llanowar Elves for a little bit of acceleration plus value. Soothsayers, I mean, if you have it on turn 2, sure, it's decent, but not a very good card. We're at, what, 19 playables? Yeah, I'm just going to take the land. No, I'm going to take the Bloom Tender. I guess the lands are... Green-black lands are likely to come back. Oh, there's a decent set of choices. Really good. We're going to wheel something from here. We have a Restless Cottage for some fixing, plus a creature land. Drown and Tear are both decent removal spells. Swarm is a decent early game annoying creature. Makes your Virus Beetles. Dracula and Gix for card advantage, and then another just decent big top end card in Quilled Great Worm. Really tempted to take the Gix here. I think we're going to do that. Lolth. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, discover X. Oh, Casualties of War. Nice. Yeah, this card's insane. I don't need to third pick it. I think this would wheel, but I am going to anyways because the other options are whatever anyways, and this card is just so good. Another good pack. Gonti is great. Unholy Annex is good. Hydra's fine. Just green, black, rock. Ain't nothing wrong with this. I think Eldest Reborn probably not going to be played here. Nice. Another 1-mana mana dork. Easy over Slasher. Need to get Overgrown Tomb. That'd be a very good pickup if we could find it. So the shock lands are in the cube, but the fetches are no longer in the cube. You do have Prismatic Vista, but it's another nice one. Binding of the Old Gods. How about this is pick 6, 7th pick Hoof or Overgrown, and then the other one on the opposite pick. I mean, these are fine. Sack another creature, make treasure, sack X artifacts, return power X. Is Rutstein the most valuable here? Oh, there's a big Nissa, that's good.
You will listen to the will of the machine.
Alright, hoping to wheel that green-black land. Whoopsies. So that would put us at 26 currently. Yeah, I guess Finale is... Actually, Finale for 4 for Pock is good enough. What am I cutting? Well, I'm not a huge fan of Vaultborn Tyrant. Need to cut at least one more card here. Maybe the Urgent Necropsy is not as necessary now that I've picked up the casualties. That's probably fine, right? Artifact Creature Enchantment Planeswalker. Artifact Creature Enchantment Land Planeswalker. Yeah, casualties is just probably going to be better there. There it is. Oh, Terra Sunder is also fantastic on the wheel, but yeah, we'll just take the cottage. I don't really care for Croc. It's cool. I mean, man, you can imagine somehow your opponent has a bunch of creatures on the battlefield that don't die to a stab wound. That would be really nice. Oh, excuse me. Hydra, Fountain Port. I guess with Fountain Port we can run 17 lands no problem, because Cottage even has some abilities as well. So still looking for one cut then. What's it gonna be? I feel like it's supposed to be the green shell. Yeah, Tooth and Nail without having Crater Hoof is just not worth it either. Oh, excuse me, jeez. Right, how many things trigger this? Toughness greater than power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's not bad. And I guess getting to 10 lands with this deck is actually pretty easy. You know what? I'll just cut Daddy Rut. That's fine. Down a swamp, up a forest. Sure. Green, black, the rock. Let's submit this and go to round 1 here. All right. Let's get some fools on the play. With a pretty bad hand. Ooh, with a very good hand here. I'm going to pitch the Jar. Turn 1 bird, turn 2 Caryatid, turn 3 Pock with a land drop is kind of great. We just need to find like any other thing to do. But this is a hand that could very easily flood out. Oh boy. This is an insane start, and it might just fizzle. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alright, well. What can you do? At least it's something to cast. Oh, that gives them blue. Well, they have the full spread of colors. This is pro instant, or hexproof instance, right? I have so much mana available to me. This is actually where a Finale of Devastation would be insane. A little bit risky for them to attack. Hey, that's perfect. Okay. So we go... Choop the Elenda. Force them to chump the Mythweaver and hit them for 2 down to 4. Alright, a bunch of chumpers. Oh man, this is so sick. Ay, 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 ay. Sure. Well, they clearly just drew the... Oh! Wait! They said good game, but I just killed them because I hit for 10. Oh my gosh. They said good game! It was them who got good gamed. Oh, that feels good. Whew. Nice try. Oh. The POC did work. The only reason we had a chance there was because we had exactly 12 mana after the Wrath. Ripped the finale, gives my creature haste. Insanity. Opponent thought they were crushing. You love to see a good thing happen like that. Oh, man. Sweet, sweet justice. The ol' Wrath, say GG, and then lose. Okay, we might have the opposite problem here. If my opponent kills my Bird of Paradise, well, we're gonna have a problem. Maybe not anymore. Bramble Familiar was a good draw. It gives us another accelerant, however. Bramble Familiar doesn't add black. Sure. Okay, cycle their Azorius Charm. I think versus open mana like that, I'm just going to run out the green shell, and if they want to counter that, I'm okay with it. That's fine. I think Nissa is much more important to hold on to, and Gonti, I think, is more valuable than the green shell as well. Pitches Eugene the Ineffable. Let's go for Gonti here. Nice. Let's take a little peek. You may cast that card for as long, so... Alright, well, it tapped my 2-2 instead of my 0-1, but I guess I wasn't... Yeah, attacking with Bramble Familiar is not that good anyways. They might have, like, Resto Angels and stuff. Cycle Opus. Okay. Well, if they have a Mizzix's Mastery or a... whatchamacallit, that's going to be problematic for us. Scholar of the Lost Trove type nonsense. Finale for Chupacabra, but I'd be one off of... Yeah, Frost Titan's a beating. Let's see. Can get a 5-drop with the finale. Oh, we don't have any good ones. I guess what I could do is Nissa on 5? And then activate Bobble. Make a 4/4 here.
All will be joined in symbiosis. Phyrexia must be nurtured.
Chump, trade, activate Bobble, I think is fine. Ulta might get countered, but it is what it is. They have like redirection or spell swindle. Those would be pretty gross. So they have to tap the Gonti here. I mean, the nice thing about this is that now Nissa makes a 6/6 next turn, so it's still worth chumping.
Phyrexia must be nurtured.
Okay, so they get to seek something for 3 mana. Okay, that's not the worst. So they kill the Nissa, tap the 4/4, but that bought us a lot of time.
I've delayed you long enough.
Let's see. I can finale for 6 here. I guess I could just... It's probably just better to finale for 4, get the Chupacabra. I think the other option was grabbing the Nantuko. Okay. They've got 1 card in their hand. But they're gonna need to top deck something here if they're just on minus, right? Because they can't plus on nothing. So if they drew a land this turn, we're in good shape. Really good shape. That was a really solid draw as well. In fact, that's what we're gonna go for. Artifact, land, Planeswalker. Artifact, red source, Planeswalker. Nice, and now we go to attacks. No fear. If you got something, you got something. Oh, that's a good one. I guess what I could have done was played the Fountain Port, and then I would have been able to sack the token and draw a card. I'm okay making 1/1 tokens instead of paying no life and making a treasure. Wow, that's an insane... Man, our draws have just been so good. Nutty draw. Probably best to grab Finale here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or actually, let's grab Gix and then steal one of their... Oh, maybe I should take their counter, actually. Or I could just go for the kill. Yeah, that seems better. Pather, Shark, play Gix, attack. This does give them a mountain if they have one, but their Opus is already in graveyard. But I'm going for pressure. I'm going to force them to have something basically this turn or next. And if they don't, then it's effectively game over. So good thing we made a fish there. Oh, even Cottage was a really good land draw. Oh, there's the Day of Judgment, but we've got the Cottage, we've got the Fountain Port. Yeah, these lands doing solids. Cottage immune to sorcery speed wrath, so we don't care about Day of Judgment sitting in their graveyard. Nice, let's go. Okay. Some nice games here for us. Don't know if I'd say it's better than anticipated, but... Okay, turn 2 Caryatid. I guess turn 3 Pock isn't that enticing. We wouldn't get the immediate trigger. This hand's just okay. It's a keep, but it's like a whatever keep, you know? Oh, that's good. Okay, so turn 2 Gwenna now instead is actually kind of nuts. Oh, sorry, turn 3 Gwenna. Fountain Port is not legendary, so copying it is not irrelevant. Actually, Pock makes a lot of lands very quickly for Green Shell. My opponent is on do nothing, huh? I mean... Okay. Pock is a go. Fires a victory for 4, sure. And the damage is done. I'm surprised they didn't kill the Gwenna. Maybe they do have a counter in their hand then. Oh, and it was a swindle. Pretty good. Yeah, that's problematic. Well, what can you do with all that mana? Crackle with power? Whoa. Is the wording on this? Whenever you tap an artifact token for mana. Yeah, we need to kill that. And we get a meteorite. Okay, so we're gonna make a copy of an artifact. It was better for them to copy Roxanne, because they would have been able to shoot something for 2 and still make another meteorite. Oh wait, what am I talking about? They made another meteorite because they copied a meteorite. Don't listen to me, I'm silly. Big score. That was effectively a free big score, and they discarded a memory. Oh lord. That Roxanne is actually insane for them right now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 14 mana. Obelisk was effectively 1 mana there to cast. Kill the Gwenna. Fire off the memory now. Love it. Brutal. And we know they have infinite counters to redraw to. Okay, well, we got a problem. Two, 4, 6, 7. 3 to 5. What a draw by them. Jeez, their draw is so sick. Spell Swindle, make 4 treasures. With Roxanne, it's effectively 8 mana. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. That is all garbage. What the heck? Why couldn't you have drawn those cards? Oh, we're very dead here. They're just gonna like Magma Opus me end of turn. GG. Well, this is totally Magma Opus. They're targeting Gonti for the tap. Oh, never mind. That was wrong. Still dead though. They only need to find 4 points of damage. Rite of the Dragon Caller. Crush of Tentacles. Alright, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. If maybe we were somehow closer to finale for 10, I wouldn't have conceded, but... Good beats. Soloed by Roxanne. Crazy. All the treasure production with it, too. Oh, turn 1 bird. Snapkeeper. Though, this hand doesn't really do anything, does it? I'm guessing we need to play the Jadar turn 2, because if they kill the bird, I don't have any black sources anymore. Don't mind the stone. I think I'd definitely just fire off the binding on their Mind Stone. Takes away a mana. It's also going to give me a forest next turn. Enters tapped though, right? Yeah. Like if I could just curve out into Nexus of Becoming versus blue-black, that would be tremendous. I don't have any of the black-green duels, do I? Yeah, just forests, darn it. Okay. I think I might as well get in for 2 damage while I still can. Who knows how long it's going to be before that zombie would attack again. This is a nice one. 2/2 for 3 that enters. You can search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield tapped. So Nexus of Becoming, the Pock. Cottage, double trigger. So Pock doesn't get larger, but I think that was the play, because now we have both Nexus and Pock on the battlefield. So we got to develop out 2 really relevant cards. I have to note they do have a Restless Vine stock. Okay, eat the Wrath. Glarb! It's got Death Touch, right? So Primal Might, not so good versus that. And a Davriel. Yeah, I mean, they're just losing to the Nexus of Becoming.
Well, if you're not here for tea, state your purpose already.
Alright, so whenever an opponent attacks you and or planeswalkers you control, they discard a card. If they can't, they sacrifice an attacking creature. Okay. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So let's go to combat and see what we draw. And I guess we're just going to make a 3/3 Elvish Mystic. Discard the Gwenna or discard the Primal Might? I guess the Gwen is not super useful because it doesn't add mana for Finale. Alright, good. Alright, uptick on Davriel again.
Or else.
Big Nissa, kill the Nexus, but then... Well, actually, did we just win? Very close to winning, if not.
Enough resistance.
Land does it, right? I can pump now for 6. Oh, I already had lethal, I guess. That'll do. Primal Might just for the +X+X. Good enough. Okay, 3 wins, 1 loss. Go, go. Turn 1 mana dork, keep it. Might go for a value finale. And just get like a cheap creature. Depending on what we draw here in the next couple of draw steps. Oh, Gix is good. Black-white land from the opponent. Into the cake that carrots. Okay. Alright. Well, I assume they're going to be chumping our Gix here. Gain 3 life plus deny me a card draw seems right. Static net. Do I have a way to kill an enchantment? Ay, 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 ay. If you were wondering the answer to that question, it is yes.
Vanquish the unfit.
Oh yeah, and the binding kills enchantments too. Jeez, this draw is disgusting from us. Holy crap. Bezos ain't gonna cut it. Okay, we got a lot of stuff we can do this turn. Let's see. This is never killing Power Stones. This is what we're gonna lead off on.
Fight beside us.
I think we need to go Pock here. Play Swamp, double it up. Do I want to bind or do I want to Gwenna? Binding the Beza doesn't really accomplish much. I guess actually we want a Selvala, because then we can finale for the win next turn. Because Selvala taps for a ton of mana with the Pock. That's fine. Alright. We got the manas. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It'll do just fine. So all my creatures were going to get plus 10 or plus 11, 11 and haste. So even grabbing Birds of Paradise, I mean, would have been fine, right? Because it would have been 11 power flyer. Yep. Ah, good. Good. 4 and 1. 4, 1. Nice hand. Let's go. Turn 2 carry added. I might play the turn 3 Pock, depending on what colors we see our opponent lead off on. With the Pock in my hand, I think there was probably merit to keeping the Ghalta, but it's not really the action we're looking for. Ghalta's just a big individual creature, right? Any removal spell deals with it. I'm looking for like Nexus or Nissa or something that can get repeated value. Mill 7, then put a creature enchantment or land from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. Okay. Tap land, mill a Sarkin. Ooh, Gonti. Okay, let's go with Gonti here. Tear of the Peaks seems pretty good. So if I draw land next turn, we'll go Pock into land. If I don't, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. Triple tap land start. All the colors represented now. Buster. Alright, good. I did find a land. We'll just save the Bramble Familiar for the 7 mana spell. Whatever it's called. Fetch quest. Another Glarber! Let's see. Land. Into Terror. Into Comeback Wrong. The downside of making this line of play is that I won't be able to cast anything off the top. If I found things to do off the top with Glarb's ability. Opponent's off it anyways, clearly. Okay, 5 and 1. Go, go. Fun. Money, baby. Cube is just money, baby. This is not a good hand, but I'm going to keep it. If I don't have anything to do on turn 1 or turn 2, I'm probably supposed to mulligan the hand, generally. But you know what? Maybe I just draw perfects, and then it doesn't matter. So the question is, do we want to run at the Gwenna next turn, or do we want to hold it for the green shell? I think we're just holding it for the green shell. Because the Gwenna's not doing anything in our hand anyways. Triple Temple start. Love it. I will block. Alright, we have drawn all of the accelerants and none of the business. So if this green shell dies, we're looking pretty sad. And death does appear. Lantern of Revealing. Okay. To another tap land. You know what? I'm actually just gonna bind the Lantern now that I've drawn Thirst. These creatures do not give me very high confidence, though. Okay, plays out a cycle land. Extinction Event. Okay, just to deal with Jadara, that's not that bad. That was a really good draw. Wow. Garbage. I mean, the Bramble Familiar sorcery, or the quest will be fine, but... What does this one do again? Destroy a target non-land, non-token permanent, then you may discard a card, you can conjure a duplicate. Okay, so they get to conjure a Gonti. Um... 4/2 Menace? Should I bother killing that? Yes. It's probably not correct, but... Not liking our chances here, friends. Looks pretty bleak. Creature, enchantment, or land. Okay. Slicer's good. Getting back Finale? Yeah, I guess we just get back Finale. Sacks a non-token creature of their choice. Okay, sack the Slicer and we can get it back with Finale, I guess, and then Slicer back the Finale again. Okay, pass is sus. So they have counter magic now. I mean, what can I do? Oh, they didn't. Okay. This is such a sad leave on top. But that gives me Finale for 10, so... Wow. Gix or Chupacabra or what's in my graveyard? Gonti? Oh, Gonti's probably just best. Jesus! Alright, we have 3 creatures, all with at least 12 power here. None of them trample. Finale does not give trample like Hoof does, so... Alright, there's one answer. Yeah, there's 2 answers. Okay, block and trade. Sorry, block, trade, and then...
much during my travels.
Minus.
Let me show you.
Not bad.
I am almost sad.
Oh,
to
they
see
should have
you go.
exiled the Slicer, I think. They already saw me with graveyard shenanigans. Ah, Timeless Witness. That's a nice one. Okay. Damn, Edict means they can hit the Nicol Bolas if I... Okay. That's annoying.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
So let's just activate the cottage here. Send both of these at the Emperor. Let's get rid of their Gonti first. And then get rid of their... something else next, I don't know. Gonti seems like the worst when they have the Timeless. Oh, they're just gonna let it die. Okay, that works.
I'm never done for good.
I actually think I just sack the Gwenna again if they edict the Gwenna or edict me for a creature. Ah, okay, fair. Well, now you know what I can do. I can Bolas uptick their hand, eat the edict and their one unknown.
Gods can protect you now.
Kaya, nice hits.
Just read a mind when you can scrape it out.
Alright, Gix was the card they stole from me. But they kind of have to go... Oh, I didn't even notice they had a Restless Prairie. That doesn't kill Bolas. That's one-off killing Bolas. That gives other creatures. I think one of them is supposed to attack face. For sure, nice. Yeah, they even both went face. I like it. So they get to draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Alright, we got ourselves a game. Can almost kill them here. They have to chump with Gix. Okay, and if they don't, they just die, because Nicol Bolas can deal 7 damage to an opponent. I don't think they remembered that.
This is getting fun.
I'll take it. That's why we go for those moves, because sometimes your opponents don't remember. Boom, 6-1. Let's get it, baby. Nice deck. Nice draws, nice plays. On the play, no, on the draw. Good hand. If this Mystic dies, we lose. But if it doesn't, good hand. I think, hopefully. You know, historically, I've just drawn Caryatid when I've needed it, so maybe that's the real play. Draw Caryatid for turn 2. Or hopefully draw something to do on turn 2. That is not what we were looking for. However, the opponent also is on no plays. You know what? I'm going to go for the Pock, and if they have Day of Judgment, so be it. That is not it. Alright, now we are vastly favored, I would say. Tremendously favored, even. Now we're going to play Nissa on an empty board of their side of things, so even if they have a Wrath, they're still going to need to... Oh, I have to do it for... I don't have enough green. That sucks.
You will grow with us. Welcome, my companion.
But still, feels good. That's a good one.
History will not
Okay, and they're gonna take my Nissa. Wait, is this a win? 11, 12 plus 6. I put them to 1. That's sick. Wow, they had it. All right. One green source here really hurting bad. Can thirst
I
this.
will protect you, Phyrexia, until
I
the
don't.
invasion
Really, they're gonna
begins.
kill the binding. Well, I guess that does take me
Enough
off of green.
resistance.
Maybe they knew that.
The resistance is greater than
Weird
expected.
game, dude. Oh, Obsidat puts them... Oh, wait, no, that's right. It exiles and comes back. I'm gonna lose because I don't have a second green source. This is crazy. They're crushing me now. This is insane. That's so sick. And then they have an Archangel too. Wow, we lost. Crazy. Opposite that kills us. Drains for 2 and it has haste. I needed that second green source just a little while ago. Man, the sick part was, if we had one more green source on that turn I cast Nissa, it would have made a creature that was a little bit larger, so Primal Might would have won. I wondered, instead of going for Primal Might then, if I was supposed to go for a different play. Maybe I was supposed to play out like the Nantuko while I could, you know? That might have been on me. Save the Primal Might. Like, putting them to 1 is the same as putting them to like 10 in that scenario. So that might have been a throw, I guess. Not a good hand without an accelerant. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. I'm not feeling confident here. I can't even cast Chupacabra without another black source. Since Bloom Tender only adds green mana right now. Okay, that's fine. If we can find another land for Nissa, that would be huge. Well, that point is irrelevant now. Gross, 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 gross. I mean, if they have a counter, I can't win, basically. That is a very nice card to see counter. Discards the Polymorphist. Alright, I'm gonna take the Nissa now. Oh god, that's gonna kill us. Terrible draw here. That might have been my one turn of opportunity, and we bricked it. Now they're gonna take the Nexus, I guess? If I draw Swamp into another untapped land, there might be a small chance. Oh my gosh. This is the opposite of last game. We're going from losing because I don't have a second green source to losing because I don't have a second black source. So sick. So sick. And now their midnight clock is about to tick off. Which is gonna refuel their hand. Yeah, just got wrecked. Wow, I might have thrown the previous game. Like I said, if I don't cast the Primal Might there and go for the Nantuko, I think maybe we win that. But good beats. Fun deck though. Nice to do well with a deck like this. Different than the norm for me for sure. If you didn't understand the power of the Pock, I hope you do now. We'll see you next time, friends. More cube ahead of us. Thanks for watching. Bye.